俺は、おちんちんが大好きなんだよ.
That's Japanese for welcome to the longsword speedrun breakdown. I've already said this in the greatsword video, the only longsword run that I have of Tigrex is the Arena 1 in Generations Ultimate, and I can already give you a trigger warning. This run is gonna be extremely cringe. The reason why this run is cringe, and why most Arena speedruns are cringe for that matter, is not because you're given gear that is manure. That is actually not the case here. You get the Rathalos armor, which has weakness exploit, and the Zinogre longsword, so all of that is good. But he refuses to stagger. That is the problem with most arena quests. I have tried to speedrun the quest with Nargacuga, Tigrex, and Zinogre. I don't think that's the right order, I'm not sure. But yeah, that quest with Greatsword, it takes 3 level 3 charges to the head to stagger them once, which is ridiculous. And that pretty much makes it unplayable because, well, you land a level 3 charge, the monster doesn't stagger. What happens next? Well, you eat a charge, and you die, and you reset the run. And then you do it again, and it happens again, and you never get the run. So, that's sort of the case in this quest too. There is a strategy to play this safely, which I do to some extent in this run. But yeah, there are like 2 ways you can approach these kind of quests. You can either play it safely and get like 1 or 2 hits in and then move to the side before the monster can attack you. Or you can get more hits in and pray that the monster is gonna do a good follow-up attack. And well, if you reset for long enough, you will eventually get a run where that happens more often than not, which is the God run. This right here is not the God run. I have had a run that is just as fast as this one with the cart. This is just the cleanest one that I've gotten, so I uploaded this, but this can go way faster. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go to the beginning and start watching the run. I actually have no idea what I'm even going to be commenting on today in this run, because it is just that Unga Bunga. But I guess I'll find something to yap about. So this opener is actually quite nice. I came up with it myself. It does require a roar iframe and quite precise positioning, but if you get it right, you just immediately fill up your spirit gauge before you can do anything. And your objective right here is just to get to as high of a spirit level as possible before he enrages. I get to white really early here, which is very nice. Ideally you want to get to yellow, but white is also like quite alright. I do manage to get to yellow here, like he enrages right here and he's in a good position for me to land a hit on the claw here and get to yellow, so that's really nice. And now I have to get my gauge back up because it's depleting, and after that we can pretty much start gaming and find a way to get to red somehow. But you can see, like, I'm at yellow spirit, and he staggered twice. I've been hitting the head most of the time here. And this is what I'm talking about, like, if he did a charge there, I would have gotten hit. I could have absolute evasion out, actually. But yeah, like, I was pretty much overcommitting there, not doing the right combo. And he went for a bite, which I could iframe, so it worked out nicely. Yeah, right there I go for the evasion, so when you have absolute evasion or readiness up, if you're given those skills, that's like free greed on one opening, like you can overextend your combo and get out of jail for free, basically. And this is pretty much the strategy that we want to do here, like a spirit slash. When he does the head turn into a fade slash to the right, you always want to go right, because when he charges, he lifts his left front leg up first, and when you're like to his left, like from your point of view to the right, he will lift his claw over you and just like you'll avoid the charge that way. That is the main reason why you want to go to the right. Nice claw hit. Like, I could literally... What I could do here is literally just call out all the flaws of this run, and I would have more things to talk about than if I actually analyzed what I did right here. Like, I think you can see the strategy here, right? It's just Fate Slash, Spirit Slash, no, other way around. Spirit Slash, Fate Slash, and then... yeah, that's literally all there is to it. I think I get to... yeah, I know he's about to stagger here, or about to enrage here, I should say. So I can get to red here quite nicely. But now the question is, can I maintain red? Like, ideally you want to maintain red, and that's a neck hit on the critical juncture, which is probably the most cringe thing that's happened in this run. But yeah, it is what it is. Like right there, I did not have absolute evasion up. If he did a charge there, yeah, that would have been a reset, but he didn't. Got lucky again, award. I go for the jump attack here because sometimes he will fall over if you do that. I don't know what triggers it. Like, I am a mounting hater. I do not do jump attacks. I do not mount. I have no idea how, like, what affects whether he trips from this or not, whether he falls down or not. He didn't fall down here. Like, I probably just filled up the stagger limit on the head here. I actually wasn't keeping track right here, whether he was close to a stagger or not. I could go back and confirm, but I'm too lazy. But yeah, like sometimes when you do that, he falls over and you get free hits on the head. I've actually seen speedruns of this quest where people actually mount him, which I did not do here. But they got a decent time with it, so I guess it's not that bad of an idea. This was turbo lucky. Like, did you see that shit? If he charged there, I would have been dead. Well, not dead, but I would have gotten hit. This is like 2 pixels outside of the range. And I think that I do that, yeah, like... How did I not get hit there? That makes no sense, bro. I want to see this again. This is ridiculous. Where the claw is, man. I'm like inside of the claw and it doesn't hit me, like somehow. I don't know what to say about that, man. Why did I go in that direction? That was a nice stagger. And I'm about to run out of red, but I think he's about to de-enrage here. I've paused the video so much that I'm not sure. Ooh. That was kinda close. Yeah, I think he de-enrages right here. Like in a second. It's another stagger. So we can, yeah, he's de-enraged here. I could have actually, like, if I knew that he was gonna do the taunt here, I could have just gotten to red right there. He's exhausted, right? Yeah, he's exhausted. Does that always happen at this point? I'm not sure. That might have been lucky. I'm really not sure. Nice neck hits, by the way. This is very unlucky. Like, I knew he was gonna do the cringe charge right here. I call this the Pepega charge. Because it's similar to the Pepega Slam, which AT Nergigante has an Iceborne, or world. Yeah, it was base world, right? Where that was a thing. Like, the attack that's, like, instantaneous, does a shit ton of damage, and is, like, undodgeable if you're animation locked, and you can always just go for that. Just, like, a really, really annoying, unfair attack. Tiggy has something like that, too. So, usually... base Tigrex will always do a head turn when you're in front of him. Like, if he only has to do one head turn, or like a slow reposition, he will always do that before attacking. If you're behind him, he can do a turnaround charge or rock throw, but he will always do a head turn when you're in front of him. Unless he decides not to, because he has one charge, like one variation of the charge, where he just starts charging without doing a head turn. And he can just randomly do that, and it will pretty much always hit you. Like, it will throw you off. It throws me off pretty much every time it happens. And I've killed thousands of Tiggies, and that's not counting the attempts that I abandoned. It is extremely annoying, and that's what he does here. And because he does that variation of the charge, like usually when he's exhausted and he charges, he will like do a double charge and then fall over after the second one. This is the Pepega charge. He doesn't have to fall over after that one. He pretty much never does that when he's exhausted, but as you can see right here, he does it. And he doesn't fall over because he only charged once, because it's like a special variation of the charge, which he very rarely even does. And of course he does it right here when I could have really used those head hits from him falling over, but it is what it is. I think he's pretty much almost dead right here. Yeah. And that's a 4:31, which is the world record, but again, you can do this way faster. I've done this in the exact same clear time with the card. Didn't even get the second CJ off. Yeah. I mean, I've pretty much just been shit-talking my own run for the entire video, but there is actually another run. I've linked this in the comments in reply to somebody. Yeah, right here. I have linked this run from a Japanese runner. This is not my own run. So this is somebody doing the G4 Tigrex with Guild Longsword in 4:27, which is around the same time as my own Sword and Shield and Dual Blades runs. It's actually a little bit faster, and there's a reason for that. And this is pretty much, like, the reason why I want to watch this in this video, even though it's not my own run, like, I originally planned to only review my own runs in this series. The reason why I'm watching this is because it's pretty much like the prototype or the inspiration for a lot of the runs that I grinded out myself. Like, this is... You will see the strategy used in this run in a lot of my runs, and this is the video that kind of gave me the idea to develop that strategy. So I'm gonna be watching this video, and I will link it in the description. Also, this is no capture card quality right here, so beware. It's actually like the same quality as my own videos from like a year ago. Is there no sound in this run? I'm not sure. Okay, so there is not much going on here at the start. He's pretty much just trying to fill up the spirit gauge right here and get to a high enough spirit level before he enrages. Same as in my arena run, basically. But there's gonna be something interesting happening once the run actually gets started. So right there he gets to white because he knew he was gonna stagger, so that is quite nice. And this should be an enrage right here, yeah. Actually goes for the claw hit, that's interesting. I'm not sure if he starts implementing the strategy right here. Actually gets hit here and it's unlucky. Like, he was in a better position than me during that one part of the run where I fade slashed out of the jump hitbox and narrowly avoided it. Let's just put it that way. He was actually in a better position here, but still got hit, so that's unlucky. Like, I can't even explain how I did not get hit in that run. Okay, do you see it? I'm actually gonna let it play a bit longer. Gets it again. That was, yeah. Back to the wall and him jumping, that's pretty much a guaranteed hit that you take. Do you see it? Do you see the vision? So he does 2 attacks. Tiggy staggers, and then he does the same 2 attacks again. And it takes exactly 4 attacks for him to stagger once. So because he staggers him and then gets 2 hits in, the next 2 attacks will stagger him. So he waits for an opening where he can do those 2 attacks to stagger him, then hit him during the stagger again. So this way he can always get those 4 hits off during every opening. That is the strategy for about half the melee weapons against Tigrex. And this video is how I came up with that. And yeah, the reason, like I said earlier, there is actually a difference. Like, there's a reason why this run is faster than my Sword and Shield and Dual Blades runs, and that is because he has Sakura Slash and Critical Juncture. So he actually has like a tool that increases his DPS above just this strategy. And now he's just back to doing the same thing. I actually tried to beat this run, but he does get like a really good RNG, other than the beginning where he got hit by the jump twice. Like, other than that, this run is like extremely clean. Right there he gets the CJ off. And now we're just back to this. He knew he was not gonna stagger from just 2 hits, so he gets in a third one, which was really nice considering he did a spin there, which is one of the few attacks that actually allowed him to do that. And now we're just back in business. That's unlucky. Yeah, it's the jumps, man. It's always the jumps. Like, he broke out of the chain right here, but he's just gonna stagger now. And you can continue doing... Okay, actually he has Sakura Slash up. So now he's at red. And the strategy doesn't change. He still just does the same thing. That was actually kind of risky. If he did like a bite or a double bite here, that could have missed. That could have been bad. But he didn't, so... For once, he doesn't get unlucky with the AI. I mean, if he got unlucky with the AI consistently, he wouldn't have uploaded this. That's an unlucky neck hit. Yeah, like, we didn't need to watch the entire run, but that's basically what I was trying to showcase here. Like, it pretty much just continues like this from here onwards. So yeah, shout out to this person. 11 subs, Wait, I'm not even sub myself. 12 subs. Yeah, give this guy some love for pretty much being like the founder of the strategy. And other than that, I don't really have much to say. I think the upcoming runs that I'm going to be reviewing are going to be a lot more interesting. Especially the ones with the technical weapons, like Charge Blade. There's going to be quite a bit of switch up compared to the other strategies. And yeah, also stuff like Gunlance Lance. I'm looking forward to reviewing those. But for the time being, that's pretty much all there is to say, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.